In the summer of 2021, 22-year-old Gabby Petito set out on what she hoped would be the adventure of a lifetime. Along with her fiancé Brian Laundrie, she planned to travel across the United States in a converted white Ford Transit van, visiting national parks and documenting their journey on social media. To friends and followers, the trip appeared almost perfect. Photos showed breathtaking mountain views, peaceful lakes, and smiling moments from life on the road. Their videos portrayed a young couple chasing freedom and exploring America's most beautiful landscapes. But behind those carefully edited posts, investigators would later uncover signs that the relationship was under serious strain. On July 2nd, 2021, the couple left New York and began driving west. Over the following weeks, they visited locations across Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming, sharing photos and short videos online. Thousands of people followed their journey, unaware that it would soon become the center of one of the most closely watched missing person investigations in recent history. A key moment occurred on August 12th, 2021, near Moab, Utah. Police responded after receiving a 911 call reporting a domestic dispute involving the couple. Officers stopped their van and spoke separately with Gabby and Brian. The entire encounter was recorded on police body cameras. The footage showed Gabby visibly upset and emotional, while officers tried to understand what had happened. After interviewing both individuals, police decided not to make any arrests. Instead, they separated the couple for the night and documented the incident. After the police encounter in Moab, Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie continued their cross-country trip. To the public, their social media accounts still suggested that everything was normal. However, investigators would later examine these final weeks in great detail to reconstruct what happened. In late August 2021, Gabby stayed in contact with her family through phone calls and text messages. According to investigators, her mother later reported that their communication suddenly became unusual. The messages no longer sounded like Gabby, raising concerns that something was wrong. On August 27th, witnesses later told investigators they had seen Gabby and Brian at a restaurant in Jackson, Wyoming. Employees reported that the couple appeared to have been involved in a heated argument before leaving. The following day, another witness reported giving Brian Laundrie a ride while he was hitchhiking near Grand Teton National Park. According to the witness's public account, Brian said he had been camping alone for several days. Investigators later included this information as part of the timeline, though it did not answer the central question of what had happened to Gabby. On September 1st, 2021, Brian Laundrie returned to his parents' home in Northport, Florida, driving the white Ford Transit van, but Gabby was not with him. Despite Gabby's absence, Brian did not publicly explain where she was. Days passed without any confirmed contact from Gabby to her family. Growing increasingly worried, Gabby's parents repeatedly tried to reach both Gabby and Brian. When they received no clear answers, they contacted law enforcement. On September 11th, 2021, Gabby Petito was officially reported missing. Within days, the case spread across television, newspapers, and social media. Millions of people followed every development as investigators searched for a young woman who had seemingly vanished during what was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. At that moment, no one knew that the investigation was about to uncover evidence that would transform a missing person case into a homicide investigation. After Gabby Petito was reported missing on September 11th, 2021, law enforcement agencies from multiple states joined the investigation. Because Gabby and Brian had traveled through several national parks, investigators had to reconstruct their route using witness statements, surveillance footage, phone records, and social media posts. As the case gained national attention, thousands of people online began reviewing photos and videos from their own trips, hoping they had unknowingly captured something that could help. One of the most significant breakthroughs came when a traveling couple reviewed footage from their dash cam. The video, recorded on August 27th, showed a white Ford Transit van parked near the Spread Creek dispersed camping area in Wyoming. After seeing news reports about Gabby's disappearance, they realized the vehicle matched hers and immediately contacted the FBI. Investigators searched the area identified in the video. On September 19th, 2021, they discovered human remains. The following day, the FBI confirmed that the remains were those of Gabby Petito. An autopsy later determined that Gabby's death was a homicide caused by manual strangulation. The finding changed the direction of the investigation and intensified the search for Brian Laundrie, who was now considered a person of interest. However, Brian could no longer be found. His family told investigators that he had left home several days earlier to visit the Carlton Reserve, a large nature preserve in Florida, and had not returned. Law enforcement launched an extensive search involving local police, the FBI, drones, K-9 units, and specialized specialized search teams. As days turned into weeks, millions of people watched for updates, wondering where Brian Laundrie had gone and whether investigators would ever learn exactly what happened during the final days of Gabby Petito's journey. With the search for Brian Laundrie continuing, investigators focused on gathering every piece of evidence they could. The FBI analyzed phone records, witness statements, surveillance footage, and forensic evidence to better understand the final days of Gabby Petito's life. For more than a month, law enforcement searched the Carlton Reserve in Florida. The area was difficult to navigate because of dense vegetation and flooding, slowing the investigation. On October 20th, 2021, Brian Laundrie's parents joined investigators searching a section of the reserve that had recently become accessible after floodwaters receded. During the search, personal belongings believed to belong to Brian were located. Shortly afterward, investigators discovered human remains in the same area. The FBI later confirmed